they would if I was...
Hello and welcome to this week's Warriors HQ. We start this week with our community partner SP Energy Networks. They hosted a business club event at their headquarters in Glasgow on Wednesday night. In attendance was head coach Dave Rennie, and we caught up with him to preview the coming weeks.
It's gonna be a heavy night. Way too many drinks ain't even started. Never need to apologize. We already know we're far from perfect.
Back in after a few days off, did you encourage the guys to put their feet up, or were they training their time off?
I encouraged them to mentally freshen up. And so a handful of guys went to different spots, but they still had expectations of getting a bit of training done. So the idea was get up early in the morning, get their work done, and then maybe enjoy a little bit of time with friends and family. So the boys did that. They've come back. They've come back in good nick, and we obviously tested. And you don't want to test poorly because there's a few consequences for that. So really happy with the way they come back. Promised the wife coming over this way that we'd spend a bit of time in Europe. So we popped down to Marbella for a week and got a rental car. Driving on the other side of the road was a bit of an experience, and but it was good. He had a chance to freshen up too, and from a coaching point of view, we've had a few meetings over that period and got a bit of planning done, so it's been good. We beat Exeter in our previous game. Is that going to be a springboard for some positive results in the Pro 14 going forward? Oh, I'd like to think so, but yeah, it's a different group. Obviously, Six Nations is on now, and we've got a number of guys involved in that. So it's good, it's exciting. We've got some young fellas who will play their first game for the club this week, and you know, we've got I guess a handful of injuries that have been long term, which are close to coming back. So guys like Tim Swinson and Scott Cummings, Sam Johnson will all be pretty close next week against Cheetahs, and you know, guys like Callum Gibbons and Xander are probably a couple of weeks away after that. So that's just a great opportunity for a lot of young fellas at the moment. How crucial is this period in our season, this Six Nations period when we miss so many? And how do you prepare for it? Oh, look, we've always known that we're going to be missing a number of guys. So it's, we've been trying to create a bit of depth, and yeah, like I say, we've got a handful of injuries, which is frustrating, but in and around that, we've still got a pretty good side on the field this week, and there's an expectation that whoever puts the jersey on's got a front. So, oh, look, we've trained well so far this week. We've prepared well, and the guys are excited. So, yeah, what we want is that come playoff time, we've got to have a lot of guys to choose from and a lot of competition for places, and often that's the benefit of having injuries. Some other guys get a crack, and you learn a bit about them. George Horne, for example, who's just been voted Warrior of the Month for the second time this season. What have you made of him so far this season? How good has he been? Yeah, I think one thing we said from the start is that we don't care about reputations and we're going to pick on form. And when you consider the halfbacks in our team, we've got a couple of Scottish internationals and a Fijian international, and but George has eventually started ahead of all of those guys. So, look, his ability to get a second touch is outstanding. He's a bit of a freak in regard to conditioning. You know, I've never seen anyone run a Bronco like he has, 4:16, which is just unheard of. So he's incredibly fit, but he's fast, and often you get athletes who are really well conditioned, but they haven't got that sort of speed, or vice versa. They're very quick, but they can't do it for too long. And George just goes all day. So he's got some rough edges to his game still, but his ability to get to the breakdown really quickly and create that sort of lightning quick ball and tempo for us is crucial. And so, yeah, he's been going well, mate, as a number of them have.
For the second time this season, you voted George Horne your McCrea Financial Services Warrior of the Month. With an amazing view of Scotstoun Stadium, we spoke to George shortly after he was presented with his award.
Obviously you see the flats when you're down training and playing, but yeah, it's really nice, good view up here, so yeah, you wouldn't need a ticket. I think you could just sit and watch up here.
We're getting pictures up here for your second McCrea Financial Services Warrior of the Month award of the season. Are you just loving your rugby at the minute?
Yeah, that's it. Really enjoying it. It's the main thing. There's a great mood and buzz in the camp, and you know, I think that's shown with how we're going in the league, especially. The boys are enjoying the rugby and we're putting in some good performances. So yeah, just loving rugby at the moment.
Let's look at the positives in that game against Exeter. You set up 3 tries, and do you feel confident performing on those bigger stages?
Yeah, that was probably the first, well, you could say big match that I've started in terms of who we're playing against and in the Champions Cup. So yeah, I mean, it's done a world of good for my confidence. It's obviously makes it easy playing with guys like Finn and Hoggy when they're on fire, and Tommy. So yeah, you know, it was good for me, and I really enjoyed it. And just that first taste of those big games, I want some more. So yeah, hopefully I'll keep coming in the future.
Another try under your belt against Zebra. You can't stop scoring.
Yeah, again, it's just worked great from Adam Ash to make a good break, and just what the nines we're all good at Glasgow is running those inside support lines, and yeah, if we get it, then it's basically just a run-in. So yeah, it was nice.
6 Nations now, you must be looking forward to getting some more game time under your belt while others are away.
Yeah, you know, this was a time of the year that I would have targeted at the start of the season to try and get as many games under my belt, and yeah, it's going to be good. A lot of young, fresh faces in the team, and I think that's great for the club, getting all these new players in. So yeah, hopefully we can do well and do the boys proud while they're out representing Scotland. 2
awards now. You're establishing yourself as a bit of a fan's favourite. What does that mean to you that these guys voted for you?
Yeah, it's massive. You know, the fan support makes such a difference, especially the home games, but also away in Zebra. It's crazy to see how much fans made the trip out. So yeah, it's great to see the continued support, and I'm just really happy that they all voted for me. And yeah, hopefully we can keep getting this great support at Scotstoun.
You might remember in a previous episode of Warriors HQ, we showed you the 3 winners of SP Energy Network's competition to find Glasgow Warriors' biggest fan. Well, here's what happened when we invited those 3 to a day out at Scotstoun.
Morning comes and you know that you wanna stay. Close the blinds, let's pretend that the time has changed.
We return to Guinness Pro 14 action tomorrow against the Dragons in South Wales, and we spoke to assistant coach Jonathan Humphreys, who talks us through the team.
Like Matt's played a lot of rugby this year. Had a couple of bumps, but also with Fuzzy, we really feel he's played well when he's come on. He's given us, you know, a lot of aggression, some good go forward. So it was an opportunity to reward Fuzzy. You know, we're going to need that sort of physical element when we go down to Dragons. Ashley's playing well. Matt had a good game last week, and you know, we're blessed with open sides. We've got some real strength there, and like you say, it's a good game for Fuzzy to play in. George obviously he's been excellent all the way through this season, and this period of time was always going to be it's going to be a good game for Adam to play in. Like you say, during the autumn, you know, we were very impressed with him. He known that this is his opportunity for a while now, so he's well prepared, done well in training. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. Brandon's again someone who's really impressed us. You know, he's big, he's physical. He's also got a hell of a boot on him, so it just allows us to play just slightly differently at times. So yeah, you know, 9, 10, 12 is a really exciting partnership for us. You know, we've put a big emphasis on training during this period. We feel that it's a big reflection of how we're going to perform on the weekend, and Ratu certainly has. You know, going from last week, we had a couple of days training. This week, he's been exceptional. So, you know, he's been injured for, you know, unfortunately got injured pre-season. He was impressing us then. So, yeah, we're looking forward to seeing him. Yeah, what we're after from Grant is to get on the ball more. He's got exceptional footwork, very exciting player, very skillful. So, you know, it's going to be, you know, a challenge for him to make sure we see that and get on the ball a lot more. You know, James come in. Like you say, it's a big opportunity for James. He's been here a while now. He's really grown into the role. So we're looking for a good performance from the pair of them. Yeah, he's pretty vocal, and you know he hasn't played a lot of rugby for us, but he's you know very confident in what he can do. Again, a real big physical player with some good footwork. So again, you know, in this period, it's a really good opportunity for some of these young boys.
Tomorrow's game is live on BBC Wales, and in the meantime, here's what happened the last time we faced the Dragons.
Looks for Horne, and then they hammer through the middle this time, and they get the try on the day when Glasgow need to rediscover that Warrior gene. Olanuisi stays strong in his feet there. That's what he brings to this Glasgow side. Here is Gray. Oh, bit of a hole for Nick Grigg, who carves his way through, and that is a superb individual try as Glasgow begin to rediscover their Scotstoun mojo.
The Ospreys are a bigger unit than the Dragons, but those 2 or 3 metres he gain and keep.
Now there's a big hole for Rory Hughes to go cantering through and use his power this time to get over the try line. And Glasgow now are close to throwing the fire blanket over the Dragons. Now Swinson.
Some advantage high.
Darcy Ray looks to clear out. The advantage being played here. Peter Horne, little chip into space, and there is so much of that space. And the try is scored by Rati Tangibi. And they're off quickly here. Here's Olanuisi. Probably deserves a try. He's worked so hard in this game. Then they look for width instead, and it's Murchie gets support from Lee Jones. And it looks like it's going to be another desperate visit to Hell's Kitchen for the Dragons today. 6th carry for Favaro. Callum Gibbons is a player rated highly by Dave Rennie, and Rennie, of course, is taking over as coach from Gregor Townsend. Nick Grigg inside ball, and here is Mark Bennett with that Sevens Rio silver medal winning pace. Scott Cummings. That's one of the things, one of the elements that Scott Cummings brings to the game. What an offload there. And now it's Brandon Thompson. Support on either side. They had the arrow formation in place, did Glasgow. And it's Peter Horne who takes advantage of another acre of space.
And let's not forget what happened the last time we were at Rodney Parade.
You can bet the gap opens up for Alex Allen, and my word, that's a loose head who ran in, dummied from 25 metres.
And that's a great step, Shane Williams-esque. He's quicker than Shane, I think, over the 20.
Let's hope for some more of that tomorrow night. Thanks for watching Warriors HQ. We'll be here again at the same time next week.
Angels fall to the floor like they would if I was kind.